Hi, I'm Dani Garcia, and I'm going to be showing you a solo playthrough of Dungeons Inc. It will be a solo game, but it plays pretty much the same as a two-player game, so you can get an idea of how the game works. And as you can see, I've already done the setup. I will be the red player, and here's my dungeon. And the Automa will be the blue player, and its dungeon. And the only difference between us is that I will be using these cubes during the game, and instead the Automa will be using these cards to decide what actions it will be doing. And I'm gonna be teaching the game as I go, but just to give you a quick overview, the idea here is that we are the dungeon owners, and our goal is to attract as many heroes, which are those here, to attract as many heroes as possible to our dungeon. So we'll be breeding creatures and training them, and then placing them on our dungeon, trying to seduce the heroes to choose our dungeon instead of our opponents. And the better we craft our dungeon, the more likes they will give us, and that will be deciding the winner of the game. Okay, with this, we are ready to start. In a solo game, I will always be the first player, so I won't have to worry about this. But in a two-player game, we will be switching on each round. And before starting, the way the Automa works is I have to deal to two of these cards, and this middle section of both cards will tell me what the Automa will do this round. But as I'm the first player, I don't have to worry about it yet. So let's start with my round. And in a round, we will do 3 actions in the same order always, and we will doing all players, or in this case, I will be doing it, and then the Automa will do it at the same time. So first we will breed a creature. Second, we will both train our creatures, and finally we will both explore our creatures. Okay, and at the end of the round, we have the opportunity to attract heroes depending on how our dungeon is looking at that point. So first action then is bring a creature, and I'm first because I'm first player. And these are the available creatures right here. I have to choose one of them and place it onto my dungeon. But the problem is I have to pay a cost. This skeleton and goblin are free, but then the zombie costs 1 coin, vampire costs 2 coins, and a demon costs 3 coins. And the problem is we start the game with no coins. So right now I can only choose one of these two. But looking at the available creatures, both this zombie and this vampire will be really interesting to have at the beginning of the game. So I think my first goal will be to get some money so I can get these creatures before the Automa takes them. So knowing this, it really doesn't matter which one of these 2 creatures I get, because I'm planning to sell it to get some money. So I think I will get this creature here, because I will explain this part later, but this one could give some extra points to the Automa, so I prefer to sell this creature than give him to it. So when I get a creature, I will have to pay a cost. It's 0 coins in this case, so I don't have to pay anything. I get the creature in either of these 2 spaces that I have available for creatures. And finally, I get the bonus on the card below. And as you can see, if I zoom, most of the cards have one of these symbols with one small building icon. And what this means is, as you can see, this symbol corresponds to this icon here. This is a workshop that I will be using later to train my creatures. So one of these symbols means that I can take one of my cubes and place it on the first place of this track in this workshop. And after I've done this, I just have to build a new creature so the next player can get it. Now that this was my breeding creature turn, now the Automa does it. And the way it works is very simple. I just have to check this top part. There will be 1 or 2 creature symbols, depending on the cards I have. This case is just a goblin symbol, and what this means is the Automa takes a goblin. And the Automa never has to pay any money and never gets any bonus. So I just have to get the creature, and that's all. After breeding creatures, the second action we can do is to train them. And we train them by sending them to these workshops here. So This is something that we will be doing if we were human players. We will be doing all at the same time, but in a solo game, I will be the only player training because the automa won't train its creatures. So before I start, I have to adjust the capacity indicators of each workshop. And what this means is, if I zoom here, as you can see, this cube I've added, it's in the to prestige section. This symbol means prestige, and it's inside this to prestige. This means I have to place this cube on the to prestige section. If there were more cubes here, maybe there were 3 cubes more, and the first one was on the 4 prestige section, I will increase this cube up to this position. But right now it's here, and you will see in a bit why this is really important. We want this cube to be as high as possible. Okay, so I will be doing this with all the workshops, but right now this is the only workshop that has a cube, so I will only update this one. And now, after I've done this, I can train my creator. Basically, I can send my creator to all of the workshops and train it in what each workshop does. For example, this is the equipment workshop, which means the creator gets better equipment. This is the experience workshop, where the creator is trained, so it gets it's better fighting. And this is the loot workshop, where the creator gets riches, so the heroes can come to the dungeon and get the riches when they beat the creator. And finally, we have the warriors and wizard workshops, which treat the creator as a warrior or as a wizard. Okay, so but right now I only have a cube here on the experience workshop, and I need to have at least 1 cube on a workshop to train a creator there. So right now I can only train it here, and because this capacity indicator, it's in the to prestige section. As you can see, I have a symbol of a cube. This means I can take one of my cubes from here, from the workshop, and place it on my creator on the to prestige spot. So you can see I have a track for each one of these 3 main workshops, and then I have this small track for the warriors and wizards. As I took this cube from the experience workshop, I place it here, and I place it on the to prestige section. And that's all my training. If I had more cubes from other workshops, I could train it more, but this is my only cube, so I'm done. And as I said, the automa doesn't train its creatures, so that's also the end of the training action. After that, we go to the third action of the round, which is exporting my creator, or exporting the creatures. I will do my creator first, and then the automa will do its creator. And I have 2 actions when exporting. I can either place my creator on the dungeon, which is what I usually will want to do, or I can sell my creator. And as I said, right now I want to sell my creators because I want to start with some money to get better creators before the automa takes them. So this whole selling works. First, I must know the prestige of my creator, and this is very simple to know. It's I have to add all the improvements, all the training I've done to the creator. So in this case, it's 2 prestige from this cube, plus the base prestige of the creator, which in this case is 0. So right now, this creator has a prestige of 2. So knowing this, I can go sell. So first, when I sell, I take this creator, this goes back to the supply, and this creator, as it has been sold, it disappears. I remove it from the game. And now I proceed to selling, which is this sequence here, as you can see. First, I will get either 3 coins or 5 coins. And the way I get 5 coins is if the prestige of my creator is higher than my current fame. My current fame is 0. The prestige of my creator was 2, so as 2 is higher than 0, I get 5 coins. And this is what I'm using here in Tabletop Simulator as a coins, and I get these 5 coins. Okay. Then I get to increase my fame up to 3 steps. But I can only increase it as high as the prestige of the creator. So as the prestige of my creator was 2, this means I can go 1 and 2 steps up, but I cannot do the third because the prestige of the creator was 2. And as a reward, I get the bonus of each of the steps I go through. So when I enter this step here, I get an extra coin. And when I enter this step here, I get this bonus, which means breeding another creator. So I can take one of these creatures now in the same way I did at the start of my turn. And because as I now have coins, I will take one of these two creatures, and I will start with the vampire. It costs 2 coins to get a vampire, so I lose 1 and 2 coins. This vampire comes to my dungeon, and remember, I get all the bonuses from the card below, and this one lets me add 1 cube on each one of the basic workshops, like this. And once I'm done, I just deal a new vampire. And that was my export action. Now the automa has to do it, and to do it, you have to do a couple of things which are shown in this L-shaped area here. First one, I have to check these 2 symbols, which is one equipment, one experience. And what this means is I have to increase the equipment track once and the experience track once. This track shows the amount or the average amount of creators that has training in equipment, training in experience, and training in loot, or that has gone to this workshop. So the higher these numbers are, the better, because there will be more chances to attract heroes. It's something important, and it will also add. It will also give some rewards if we keep upgrading them. So it's an important part of the game to keep upgrading them. So this is the first thing the creator, the automa does when exporting its creator. And the second thing is I have to check this list and this arrow. The arrow is pointing down, so this means I have to read the list from top to bottom. If the arrow was like this, I will read it from bottom to top. And the first thing I find in this list is the 1 prestige plus chamber, which, as you can see, it's this symbol here, and this means the creator, the automa places the creator here on this chamber, and that's all. Because again, the automa doesn't win any bonus and doesn't have to pay any extra things. So this is the end of the turn for the automa. Now, the last thing we do before we end the round is we have the option to attract either 1 or 2 of these heroes we see here. And the way heroes work is they have a requirement. They have something they want to find in a dungeon. For example, this hero wants this dungeon value to be as high as possible. For example, this other dungeon wants, this other hero wants the dungeon to have as many creatures as possible in these chambers here on the 3 higher ones. And then you can give just 1, 2, or 3 likes depending on the amount of creatures that meet that requirement. So, for example, if we were doing this hero, we will get 1 like if this value was at least 3. We will get 2 likes if this value was at least 5, or 3 likes if this value was 8 or higher. But right now, this value is 0, and I cannot attract a hero if I cannot reach at least the first value. So this value is 0, this value is 0, so I cannot attract this one. I have no creators here, so I cannot attract these other heroes, so I have to pass. And this is normal. Usually you cannot start attracting heroes until the 3rd or 4th round of the game. So that was the end of my turn, and now the automa has the option also to attract a hero. But again, it has 1 in this value, but it's not high enough to attract this hero. It has no creatures on these three chambers, so it cannot attract a hero either. But in case this is only a solo rule, if the automa cannot attract a hero, not exactly. If the automa cannot win any likes during a round, because there's a secondary way of getting likes, it will remove one of the heroes and draw a new one. And the way to decide this is, again, coming to these cards, we have this card order that is used to decide several things, and we can see the middle one has a number 1. This means I have to discard this hero here and draw a new one. And that's the end of the automa's turn. And with that, if this was a 2-player game, I will pass the first player marker to a second player. We will start again. We'll start a new round. But again, as I'm playing solo, I will always be first player. So I'm first player of the next round. And again, I have to start by getting one of the creators. And as I said, I was also wanting to get this zombie here. So I will pay. Sorry. Before I do that, I have to draw 2 new cards for the automa. These are the actions the automa will be doing this round. As I can see, the automa is going to take a zombie, so I better go fast and take this zombie I wanted. So I pay a coin because it's the cost of a zombie. I get this zombie here in my second spot. I cannot have more than 2 because both are full, so I have to export them this round to make room for more. And I get the bonus from this card here, which is a cube to the equipment workshop and a cube to the loot workshop. And that's the end of my breed action. And now the automa does a breed action and gets the zombie. And again, it gets no bonus, it gets no reward, and it hasn't to pay no money, it just gets a zombie. Now, I have to train, we go to the training action, and as you can see right now, this and these workshops have cubes, so I place them on the 2 space, but I have to do something else that I skipped on the previous round because it was not important at that point, and it's easier to explain it now. Because if this was a 2 or more player games, there will also be cubes from other players in these workshops, so they will fill faster, and they will usually, at this point, I will probably have already a cube on the 4th level because of the cubes of the other players. So, because the automa is not using those cubes, the way to simulate this is using this zone here. As you can see, these are the 5 workshops, and some of them has a +1. This means I have to increase by 1 the capacity indicator on those workshops. So these 3 increase by 1, and also the Warriors workshop increases by 1. So this simulates the cubes that the automa has in this workshop. And this is really important right now, because as you can see, if I want, I can now, in this workshop, I can train a creature up to giving it up to 4 prestige, but I need to spend 2 cubes to do this. So if I want to get these 2 cubes to a creature, to increase it to 4, I can do it here. But for example, I cannot do it on this workshop. It has the capacity of 4, so it's able to train a creature up to 4, but I only have 1 cube, so right now I can only spend this cube for a 2 prestige increase instead of a 4 prestige increase. But anyway, this will be even more important in the future. The more cubes you have and the higher these values are, the powerful you can do your creatures, so you get better reward when exporting them. I want to train my creatures now, and I will try to get them to so they have at least 5 prestige, each of them, and you will see why in a second. So the way I do it, I will, for example, I can take this cube and give it to this creature here. This is 2 prestige, and for example, I can take one of these cubes and add it to this creature, because as I said before, I can take both cubes to add 4 prestige to a creature, but I don't have to. I can add cubes to a creature and then add the second cube to a second creature, or just leave it there. So right now this creature, it already has 5 or more prestige, because it's 2 prestige from this cube, plus 2 prestige from this cube, plus 2 from the creature. That's 6 prestige, so I'm happy with it. I'm not going to train it more. And this one, it also needs 4 cubes, because it already has 1 prestige, so I will, for example, use this cube here to add 2 more prestige, and this cube here to add 2 more prestige, so that's a total of 5. And I'm done training. Again, the automa doesn't train, so we go to the export action. And now I have 2 creatures, so I can choose the order in which I train in which I export the creatures. In this case, I'm more interested in exporting this creature first, but I could do it in the opposite order if I wanted. So now I can either sell the creatures or add them to my dungeon. In this case, I want to add them to my dungeon. So here's how it works. First, I will have to update these values here. So the way it works is, if the creature has a higher prestige than the current value of one of these tracks, I have to increase the value by just 1. Doesn't matter how high the prestige was, it only increases 1. So in this case, the equipment value is 2, the current dungeon value is 0, so it increases 1 point, and the same for this one. The current value is 2, the creature value is 2, the current dungeon value is 0, so it increases to 1. and that's all. I don't get any bonus yet, but I will start getting bonuses on the next improvements I get. So after I've done this, I can remove these cubes here. And well, remember I have 6 prestige on my creature, 2 from each of the cubes plus 2 from the creature. And this means I can add the creature to either this or these chambers here, because each chamber has a requirement. This chamber only can hold creatures that has 1 or more prestige. This chamber can hold creatures of 5 or more prestige. And these 2 I can, because the prestige of the creature was 6, but if I wanted to add them to the other chambers, I will need 10 or more prestige and train it as a warrior, 10 or more prestige and train it as a wizard, or 15 or more prestige and the creature to being both a warrior and a wizard. So I cannot do those yet, but I can do this one. So I will take my creature and place it here. And now I get some several bonus from placing the creature in the dungeon. So first, if it's the first creature I get to a chamber, I get a bonus which is printed here on the side of the chamber. So if it's either this or this chamber, I get this bonus. If it's one of the other 3 chambers, I get this other bonus, which I explain later. So what this bonus is, it's getting a hero card, and this card goes to my hand. As you can see here, this is my hand. This is a private goal, so only I can score this hero. And as you can see, this hero wants this value to be as high as possible. So as it is in my hand, I'm sure nobody will do it before me. So I can keep this hero and start working on it during the game. This is a first objective I have during the game. Or as you can see later, I can maybe use this card for something else. But I will explain when I get it there. So okay, that was the first creature bonus, which I already got, and then I get the bonus from all the creatures in the dungeon. Right now there's only 1 creature, and it has 1 bonus, which is this bonus here. As you can see, it has 2 symbols of the equipment workshop. This means I can get 2 cubes and place them on the equipment workshop. Okay, and I'm done with this creature, but I still have this other creature to add, and I will do the same. I also want to add it to our dungeon, so I will do the same process. First, I have to update these values here. So the equipment value has 2 prestige. My current value is 1, so as 2 is higher than 1, I get to increase this cube. 1 more. And as you can see right now, I've reached the 2nd level, and it has this symbol. This means I also get as a bonus another cube on this workshop for having reached this value here. And also this one, prestige is 2, my current value is 0, so it goes from 0 to 1, and I get no bonus yet from this track. And then I also want to place the creature. It had 5 prestige, 2 plus 2 plus 1, so I can also place it here. And now I don't get this bonus again, because I only get with the first creature I get to the chamber, but I get the bonus from all the creatures in the chamber in order. So I get this bonus again to 2 cubes on the equipment value, and I get this bonus, which is getting 2 coins. So I will get these 2 with these 2 cubes here, and I get 1 and 2 coins. And you can see, as the more creatures I add to a same chamber, the more bonuses I get, because I'm always getting the bonus on all the creatures of the chamber. I have to say, though, that I can only have 5 creatures on the same chamber. So once you completely fill a chamber, you get a different bonus, a more powerful bonus, but that's the last time you can activate that chamber. So it's important to know when to add creatures to a chamber, when to get those bonuses, or when to place them on a different chamber. Okay, and this was my exporting action. Now the automa will do the same. So I come here. I see that it will increase 2 times the loot track and 1 time the experience track. So I come here, I get this 2 times up, and this one just 1. And then I have to read, again, the list I have to read from top to bottom, and I can see what it does with the creature is to sell it for 3 prestige. So I get this fame track and increases the fame by 3. And if this was an easy or a normal game, this will be the end of the automa's export action, but I'm playing this game on hard. This means I have configured these cards in a specific way, so the difficulty increases. And also that playing it on hard or very hard has a couple of things that work different than the easy and normal difficulties. And one is that after I do this action, instead of discarding the creature and ending the round, it also goes to the next action. So right now I've done this, and then I come here and do this action, which is adding the creature to the warrior's chamber, which is this one. So the automa will get the creature here. Sorry, this is my hand. I will place it here. But the bonus you get when adding the first creature on one of these chambers is to get a boss. And these are the 3 available bosses. This means that before adding the creature, the automa will choose one of the three bosses. And the way to choose them, again, is this 3-card selection here. You can see the number 1 is the top one. So this means it gets this boss, and then it adds this creature here. And again, that's all of its turn. The automa doesn't get any bonus from these bosses here, but it just removed this bonus from the pool, so I cannot take it, but a new one has appeared that I will be able to take when I start adding creatures to those chambers. And this is the end of the automa's exporting action. Now finally we can try to attract heroes, but again, I cannot attract this hero because it wants this value to be at least 3. And I have 2, so I cannot do it. I cannot attract this hero because I don't have creatures here. And this hero here wants to have creatures on at least 3 different chambers, or to have full chambers. So right now I just have creatures on a chamber, so I cannot attract it. Instead of attracting one of these, I could try to attract this hero in my hand, but again, I only have 1 point here. This one wants at least three points here in this track, so I cannot attract it. So that's my turn. Now the automa can try to attract a creator, but again, it cannot do this bonus. It cannot do this bonus either because it needs at least 3 chambers with creatures. And it cannot do this bonus because it wants 3 creatures on those chambers and it only has 2. So it's still not enough to attract this creature. So instead, what it will do is to remove the top creature. Sorry, not top creature, top hero. So this hero is discarded here, a new hero appears, and that's the end of the round. So a new round starts, but as you can see, I have no cards here to draw for the automa. So when this happens, I have to get all the cards back and add 2 new cards from this other deck, which I also set up, which I also placed during setup to be of hard difficulty. I will shuffle them and now draw 2 new cards. Okay, this is what the automa will do this round, but again I start as I'm first player, so I have to start by breeding a creature, and I think I still, as I have money, I think I still will go with Vampire again, because again this bonus is really good. This bonus will allow me to breed creatures when activating the call-up, so it's a really good bonus to have. So I will pay 2 coins. I get the creature, and I get this bonus. So in this case, the bonus is adding 1 cube to the loot workshop, 1 cube to the experience workshop. And the symbol here means I can either get a new hero card here in my hand or remove one of the heroes of my hand. Removing can be interesting because it can allow me to get bonuses, but right now I think I want to get the second hero, so I have more options when exporting. And that's all. That's my turn. I draw this new vampire here, and in this case the automa wants to get a skeleton, so I give it the skeleton, deal a new one, and that's all. Now we go to training. I have to update these values, so this one is at 4, which is correct. This one goes down to 2, this one goes down to 2, this one is at 0, but now again I have to check these values here, and as you can see, all the 3 main workshops improve by 1, so this one is really at 7, this one is really at 4, and this one is really at 4. Okay, so now I think I cannot reach these columns yet, which are the best ones, because I will get a boss from here. But I still haven't trained anything on the Warriors, I don't have cube on the Warriors and Wizards workshops, so I think the second best thing I can do with this creature is to add it here to this column. So again, I want to get 5 5 improvement here. Sorry, no, 5 prestige. And I think the best way to do it right now is to add 1 cube here and 1 cube here, because this way I will also get to improve this track here, so I will get some more bonuses. And that's all. That's my training action. The automa doesn't train, so I go to export. And as I said, I wanted to add this creature here. First thing, I have to update this track here. So this one improves and gives me 1 cube back here, and this one improves and gives me 1 cube back here. Remember, it's improving because this value is 2, and they were at 1 value. So as 2 is higher than 1, they will go up 1 step. And after I've done this has 6. This creature has 6 prestige, 2 because of the creature, and 2 and 2 for the other 2 improvements. So I place the creature here, and again I go through this list. So I get to add 2 cubes to this workshop. I get 2 coins, which is great. So I'm still at 5. I get to breed a new creature. And right now I think I want to start getting warrior and wizard improvements. So I think I can go for this one here, which can really help me because it's already giving me 1 of each, and then I will be able to use this power to also get more of them. So I will pay 3 coins, which is it's a cost for a demon. I will get the demon, and then I will get 1 cube on the warrior's workshop, 1 cube on the wizard's workshop, and finally 1 on the experience workshop. Whoops, like this, and this creature goes here. As you can see, I'm getting out of cubes, and this is important because cubes are limited. If I don't use the ones I have here, I cannot add new ones. So it's important that I spend them as fast as possible. Okay, that was my exporting action. Now let's see what the automa does. It increases this value by 1 here, and then it reads the... Whoa, that's bad. It reads this column from top to bottom, and it's adding the creator on the 15 plus column, which is the hardest one. So it will start scoring points right now. So okay, the way it works, it again, as it's the first creator, I have to get the boss for this chamber. So it's the middle boss that the automa wants to take. So it takes the boss, and the creator goes back. And that's all. It gets no other bonuses. So now we get to scoring. And again, I cannot yet score anything because I went for this one. This one wants warriors, and I have no warriors. This one wants having several chambers with creatures, and I only have 1. This one wants having creatures here, and I have none. And still, this one is still not yet ready because I need 3, and I have 2. And this one, again, is the same as this one, wants warriors, and I have none. So I pass, I cannot score anything. But in this case, the automa can start earning points, because it has, right now it has 4 warriors. This one counts as 2, and these 2 also count as warriors, so that's 4. It has 2 creatures in these 3 columns, again, so this one can also be scored, and it has creatures on 3 different chambers, so it also can score this one. And each of those heroes give it 1 point. So the way to select which hero it takes, again, is this cards here. It wants to take this hunter, so it will discard the card and increase the likes counter by 1. But there's something more, because if you see here, usually the way to see what the automa will score is to see this zone here, and usually it will show either 1 or 2 of the hero symbols. So right now I have scored a hero, but it also shows a trap symbol, which is the second way to score traps. And the way it works is, depending on the traps I have on or in this case the automa, depending on the traps shown in the automa dungeon, which is these values here, you can see some creatures have traps, some creatures don't have, and the creatures that have traps, they might have different values. In this case, crafting this trap will cost 3 coins, and you get 2 likes for crafting it, but you might have another creature that will give you 1 like for 1 coin, or another creature that will give you 3 likes for 5 coins. So in the case of the automa, when it does this action, it will just score the higher trap that it has. For example, both traps are the same, so it doesn't matter. It scores this trap, so it gets 2 more likes. So a new round starts, so I will deal 2 more cards here, so I can see what the Automa will do. And as you can see, this time the Automa will take 2 creatures, so it will be a powerful turn for the Automa. But I really need to start getting creatures here on the top chambers, because I will start getting better bonus and I will be able to start scoring points. But the problem right now, I only have 1 cube here and 1 cube here, and I need at least 2 to train either a warrior or a wizard. So the only option I have, because this will give me a cube to the Wizard's Workshop, but it costs 3 coins, and I only have 2 right now. So I have a solution. I can take this vampire here, so I will spend 2 coins, get the vampire, and I get the cubes, so 2 cubes to the Equipment Workshop, and I get this bonus, which again it's either getting a new hero or removing one. And this time I'm gonna remove it. And the reason is this: as you can see, I have 1 hero that wants warriors, and right now I'm not working on warriors, so I'm not really interested in it. But if I flip the card, you can see all heroes have an icon and ability on the back of the card. So by removing a hero, I can get the bonus of the hero I'm removing. So in this case, I don't want this warrior. So if I remove this hero and I discard it, I will get this bonus, which is getting 2 cubes to the Wizard's Workshop. And this will allow me to get at least a wizard during this round, which will be important to start earning points. And that's all. That's my turn here. And let's see what the Automa does. It gets this Golem, which is a shame because this ability is also really nice. It's a breed action of one of the 3 creatures, but again, breed actions are really important because you get 2 creatures instead of 1 on a single turn. And it gets a vampire, so I give it the 2 creatures and draw this new card. And that's the end of the reduction. Now we will update these values. This one is at 7 plus 1 from here. This one is at 2 plus 1 from the card here. This one is just at 2 and it doesn't improve. And now both the warriors and the wizard values are increased by 1, so they are max, so I don't have to worry about them yet. So right now, let's see. I can only do 1 wizard because I only have 3 cubes here and I will need 4 to do the second one. So I think I will do this one so it starts generating me more wizard cubes. So I will get these 2 cubes and add them to the wizard slot. So this one is trained as a wizard, but still I need to have, I need the creature has 10 prestige to enter this room here. So I think we'll just go as this, as you can see, this value is on the top, so I can take 4 of my cubes to give 10 prestige to a creature, and I think this will be the easiest way to get this done. So we'll place these 10 cubes here, and 10 plus 2 is 12, so I have more than enough to add this creature to this chamber. So I'm done here, and we move to the export action. And as I said, I'm placing this creature here. So first I will improve this the dungeon value, and it doesn't matter that this it has 10, which is the highest number. I only increase the value by 1. So by coming here, I move this by 1 step, and I get this bonus here, which in this case is getting 1 coin, which will be important on my next turn probably. And that's all. I can remove these cubes here. They go back to my supply, and I have to select a boss. Because remember, the first time I add a creature to a new chamber, I get this one here, which is a boss. And these ones are really interesting. So right now, this one will be getting 2 times the benefit on my current position, the fame track, which is right now it's breeding a creature. It's not probably the best time to do this because I'm already full. This one will give me 3 coins, which is also really interesting. And this one will let me increase one of these tracks, which is also nice, but I think I will go for the money because it's important. It doesn't only allow me to buy more creatures, but in the future it will allow me to get more points by crafting tracks or by attracting 2 heroes on the same turn. So I think I will get this boss here and add the creature below. And now, as usual, I get the bonus of the chamber. So I get 1, 2, and 3 coins from this bonus here, and let me add 1 cube on the Wizard's Workshop. And I think I'm done because I have this creature here, but I don't have to export it if I don't want to. I could do it because it has 2 prestige and I could place it here, for example, or I could set the creature, but as I haven't drained it yet, I can leave the creature here and export it on a future turn. So I think I will pass. I'm done with this. And we go to the Automa action. So first it will improve this value by 1, and now when the Automa has 2 creatures, it will export both creatures on the same spot. So in this case, I have to read this list from bottom to top, and the first thing we see on the bottom row is the wizard card, the wizard symbol. So the Automa wants to add the creatures here. And it will first add the creature on the left and then the creature on the right. But remember, as it's the first creature here, it also has to take a boss, and it's the number 1 boss. It's this one. It's a shame because it's probably one that I will have wanted to take, but what can we do? So here's the boss, and then we add this card here and this second card here. I have to move because of my hand. It's getting on the way. And that's all. That's the Automa's turn. So now we go to scoring. We can try to score at least one of the heroes. I still cannot do it because I don't have warriors. I only have 2 wizards, not 3, so I cannot attract this one. And I only have 2 people here, not 3, so again I cannot attract this one, and I cannot do this one either because I have 2 value instead of 3, but I'm getting close. And instead the Automa will, as you can see here, it will only attract 1 creature, 1 hero. So it has 4 warriors, so it will be 1 like from this wall. It has 3 wizards because it has 3 here and 2 here, so it will be 2 likes from this one. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here, so it will also be 2 likes from this one. So we have to untie, and it won't take the number 1 because it's less likes, but between the other 2, the lowest number is the middle one. So it takes this one, which is a shame because I was trying to get it, and it gets 2 likes, and a new hero appears. And this one is interesting because it wants vampires and demons on the dungeon, and I already have 3 vampires, and I'm about to add a demon, so this one can be the one I start scoring. So let's draw 2 cards for the Automa, and this is what the Automa will do this round. It will take a goblin, and I'm not really worried about it. I think because this card is here, I want to start getting demons, and also this demon is giving me 1 cube to the Wizard's Workshop. So I think I'm gonna go for this one. And it's also, I really need to do it because if I want to add a creature here, as you can see right now, with only 2 cubes, this will be off. And the Automa won't be increasing this workshop. So if I want to add a creature here, I need to have at least 1 more cube. So it's really important that I get this cube. So I will spend 3 coins here, get the creature, and I get, and I get 1 cube to the Wizard's Workshop and 1 to the Loot Workshop. And as you can see, I'll get back 2 of my coins. So 1 and 2. This one was cheaper. And now we have the Automa, which will be getting this goblin here. And that's the turn. So now let's update these values here. This will be 4 plus 1 of the Automa. This one will be 2 plus 1 for the Automa. And this one again will be 2 plus 1 from the Automa. And this one is off because there's only 1 cube, and that's not enough to increase the value. But this one has 3 cubes, so it's enough to move it here. And I think I really want to export both creatures now. I think one of them has to go here, and the other one I think I will use this column here because it will give me a lot of bonuses, and I will get to draw to breed a new creature. So I think I think this is what I want to do. And I think I want this critter to be here and this one here, and you will see why in a bit. So this means I have to get this. This is the one I want to become a wizard. So it needs at least 10 prestige. So let's say I could get 3 here. From here, this already counts. As you can see, if I take 3 cubes, that's 7 prestige. So right now it has 7 prestige plus 2. It's 9. I just need 1 more cube. And I think I will take, it doesn't matter really, I think I will go for this one here. And then for the other critter, I just need to reach 5. It already has 2, so I think I will get 2 cubes from here and place them here like this. And as you can see, that's enough because 4 plus 2, that's 6, so I can place it here. And that's the training action. So let's go to export them. And I can do it in any order I want, and I think I want to export this critter here. So this critter has 4 a value of 4 here, which is higher than these 2. So this moves up by 1, and I get this bonus here, which is getting a coin. And then I get my cubes back, and I place this critter here in the column, and I get all the bonuses from the column. So it's 2 cubes to the equipment workshop here. That's why this was really important to get at the beginning, because these 2 cubes help me refill the cubes I use each turn. So it's a great combo to have. Also, this one gives me 2 coins, which will allow me to get better critters. And now I have a breed action. And I think, again, because this hero is here, I think I want to get this vampire here. So I will pay 2 coins to get the vampire, and I get 1 of each, 1 cube on each of the basic workshops. So this, and this one. And as you can see, that's almost the last vampire there is. The game, by the way, the game will end when all the critters has been bought. So this one will be the last vampire we get to breed. And finally, I was doing this action, I was breeding, and now I can do this action, which is crafting a trap. So when I get this bonus, I can trap one of the visible traps in my dungeon. Right now I have this one, which will cost me 1 coin and will give me 1 like, and this one, which will cost me 3 coins and will give me 2 likes. Right now I have 4 coins, and I'm gonna get 3 more coins from here, so I think I will spend these 3 coins to craft this trap. So this means I finally get my first 2 likes. Okay, that's what this was exporting my first critter, but now I have this second critter to export. So let's go for it. This one has only 2 prestige, so this track doesn't increase because it's higher. But I have 7 prestige here on the equipment workshop, and this is only at 3, so it goes from 3 to 4, and I get 1 more cube here on the prestige. In the equipment workshop. I get my cubes back, and I place the critter here. So I get 3 coins from the boss, then I get 1 more cube to the wizard's workshop, and I get this bonus here, which is I get to do one of the bonus on one of my hero cards without destroying the hero. So I can do this bonus here, which is crafting a trap, and I will keep the card. So I will go for it, I will craft a trap, and right now, because I've covered this card here, the only trap I have available is this one, so I will spend 1 more coin to get 1 more like. So at least I'm getting a bit closer to the automa. And now we vote for the automa export action. It will increase this track by 1 and the experience track by 1. And now it's reading the list from top to bottom, and the top action is a warrior, so it will just place the critter here, and that's all. So now I will have to attract heroes, and I could attract this one, but I know the automa is not going to take it because it only has 1 vampire, and it needs at least 2 vampires or demons, or any combination of both. So I know this one is safe, so I think I want to save it. So once I add this vampire here, I will have 6, and that will be 3 likes for me. So I cannot do this one because I don't have warriors, but right now I already have three creatures here, so at least I can take this one here and get one like, and that will be the end of my round. And the Automa, as you can see, is getting one of the heroes, and it's also crafting a trap. So heroes, it has, as I said, this one it cannot do. This one, it will give it 2 likes because it has 3, 4, 5 warriors, and the same for wizards. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wizards, so any of these two will work for it. And the number 1, it's below, so it gets this hero and scores 2 likes. And then it has to score a trap. The highest value, again, all the traps it has, it's 2 likes, so it gets 2 likes because of the trap. And that's the end of the round. And again, as I'm out of cards here, I will get all the cards and add 2 more from this deck, shuffle, and this will be the new deck for the next rounds. And I think this turn, I have to read. I know the Automa will be getting a goblin. I think I want this goblin because it's giving me a coin if I breed it. So I will get this goblin for free and get a coin. And finally, the Automa will take. Oh, that's bad because as you can see, this goblin has 3 likes trap. So this means the Automa, every time it does a trap, it will probably be doing this trap. So that's bad. It was bad luck, but well, what can we do? And now, as you can see, because this was the last goblin, all the other creatures move 1 step to the left. And this means their price is also adjusted. So right now the zombies are free, vampires only cost 1 coin, and demons cost 2 coins. So this is, at least this is really, really interesting. Okay, so let's go for training, and again we have to adjust this, which is 7 because it's 4 plus 1 of the Automa. This one it's 2 plus 1 from the Automa, so it's okay. This one it's just 2, and all the other ones it's plus 1 from the Automa, so they are all activated. And now I think I want to fill this column here because this bonus I will get this bonus because remember, once you add the 5th creature to the column, it's the last time you can use that column, but you get a bonus for doing it, and it's the bonus shown on this card. And this can change if I get a new boss. This will change to whatever is below. So I think I want to get this bonus. So I think this means I will get this creature here, and I will get this vampire here. So I will start. Will continue working on this, and at the same time I will close this column. So I need 5 prestige here, and I know this one will be the wizard. So I think I can get 3 cubes from here to give it 7 prestige. So we'll start doing this. And I think it doesn't matter really. I think I will give it this cube here. So this is already 11 prestige, so it's enough. And for the 5 prestige that this creature needs, I think I will get 4 from here. And I need 1 more, so I will just take this cube here and add it here. And yeah, happy with it. So again, I can choose the order in which I export them, but I think in this case it's not gonna change anything, so it doesn't matter. I think I will go for this one with this one first. So again, this loot value doesn't improve because it's only 2 prestige and the current loot is already at 3. But this one is 7 prestige and the current loot is at 4, so it moves 1 step upwards, and I get 1 coin. And then I will place this creature to this chamber. I get all the bonuses. So I get 3 coins, 1, 2, and 3. I get 1 more cube to the Wizard Workshops. I get to activate one of my heroes again, and again the only ability I have is this one, so I will spend 1 coin here to get 1 like. And I see now I see the mistake, because if I had placed this creature first here, I will have done this trap, but well, I've chosen to do it in the opposite order. And then this value here, this bonus here is really interesting. It lets me remove a cube from any workshop and add 3 cubes to any other workshop. So I think it will be interesting to start working on some warriors, though I'm not sure if I want to remove this one. But I think I will remove a cube from here and add 3 to the warriors workshop. So I have the option in the future, and this is this zone here. It's already done, and now I have this other creature, which again, this one won't improve because it has 2 prestige, and this is already at 5. But this one has 4 prestige, and it is only at 2. So I will move this track 1 and get 1 coin. I get all the cubes back, and finally I add the creature here. So now I first will do all these bonuses here, and finally I will get this bonus for having filled this chamber. So I get 2 cubes to the equipment workshop. I get 2 more coins, which will now start to be really important. I get to breed a creature, and I think before this appears, or maybe I get the go. I think I will go for this zombie. Because it's basically free, and it already gives me 2 more cubes to the equipment workshop, so I'm happy with this. Now I get to score a trap, and the only visible trap I have is this one, so I will score. I will pay 3 coins to get 2 more likes from the trap, and then finally I will get 1 coin from this goblin, and now I get this bonus, and this bonus means increasing all these tracks by 1 and getting the benefit from each of them. So this one moves from 5 to 6, and I get 1 cube to the warriors workshop. So I starting to have cubes to create some warriors. I increase, this one by 1. I cannot now. And I get 1 cube on the experience workshop, and this one also increases by 1, and I get 1 cube to the loot workshop. And this was this bonus, and that was my last creature, so I'm finished exporting. And let's see what the Automa does. It gets 1, improves this track by 1, and it reads the list from top to bottom, and on the top spot you can see there's a wizard spot, so it gets this creature and places it. I think I have to move the camera and places it here, and that's all. Now we only have left to get the heroes. So I'm first, and right now I'm really interested in doing this one because, as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vampires and demons. So this means it's the most I can get from this card. So I will export this one and get 1, 2, and 3 likes. And now, because I have so much money, as you have seen me only getting one hero each turn, but if I pay 5 coins, I can attract the second hero. So let's see. This one, it's zombies and vampires, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's almost 6. And this one I have 1, 2, 3, just 1. So I'm not sure if I want to take this one. Let's see what the Automa is going to be taking. The Automa, we'll get 2 likes from this one. We'll get nothing from, or just 1 like from this one, and nothing from this one. So the Automa will be taking this one. So I think I will wait, because next turn I can turn this one into a 3 likes hero. So knowing that the Automa is not going to take it, I'm happy with it. And as I said, the Automa is going to take this warrior because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2 likes from this hero. So it discards this hero, and it increases. I think I might have mixed the counters during the game, so I'm sorry about this. I guess we are like this, so it gets 2 more likes. I think I was moving my counter with the Automa and the Automa's counter with my moves. So it got 2 likes from the hero, but again, you can see it also scores a trap. And as I said before, right now it has this trap, which is 3 likes, so it's going to score 1, 2, and 3 likes, and I forgot to add one more hero here. And that's the end of the round. So let's see, let's draw 2 more cards, and let's see what we can do. So far I haven't been using much the sell option because I've got other ways to get money, but I think I will start doing it more because it's not only that it gives money, but the higher you go, the better the rewards you get. So if you get to the top ones, you can get really interesting actions. And also because there's this boss here, which I'm going to take this round because I'm planning on creating a warrior. And this boss lets me activate twice my current position on the track. So the higher this the higher my value is, my position is, the better it will be this action. So I think I will go for this one. And for my raid action, I think I will take just the zombie just because it's free. So I get 1 cube here and 1 coin. And now, as you can see, the automa wants to take a goblin, but there are no more goblins. And the way you solve this is you see this arrow which is pointing right. This means that instead of a goblin, it moves right and it wants to take a zombie. So in this case, it's also taking this zombie. And that's another deck that is almost empty. So we're getting close to the end of the game. And now let's go training. We have this one is 4 plus 1 from the automate 7, it's okay. This one it's 2 plus 1 from the automa, it's also okay. This one is also 2 plus 1 from the automa. And here I have 5 cubes, so this one it's available, but this one it isn't because I only have 1 cube. I need more cubes for this workshop to be available. Okay, so with this, I think I know I want to sell one of these zombies, and I want to place the other one on the warrior slot. I think I want to keep getting more warrior cubes because if now I'm gonna be focusing on warriors, I think I want to go with this. So this one will be the warrior, and this means I need 10. I need 10 prestige. So this one it's 7 plus 1 it's 8. I just need 1 more. So I will go with one of those. And this one, I want to sell it. So, and remember, when you sell, you can increase your prestige up to 3 steps. So ideally, I want it to have 5 prestige, so I can use these 3 steps. So I will do it. I will add 1 cube from here and 1 cube from here, and that's 2 plus 2 plus 1. That's 5. So that's enough. And let's go. Again, I can export both creatures in the order I want. In this case, I want to export this creature here because I want to move this counter up before doing this action here. So I will go for this one. So now I remove these cubes here. The creature disappears. And remember, it had 5 prestige, which is higher than my current fame, which is 2. So I get 5 more coins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins. And I get to increase 3 times this cube. So this one lets me add 1 cube to any of these 3 values. So as there's this quest here, and as I have been improving it so far, so I will continue to add cubes there. Now I get to get 1 hero, and if I want, I can remove one of my hero cards to get the bonus. But I don't want to remove this hero because this one is already 3 points. I'm already doing 3 points on this. This one it's 1 point. I could maybe remove this one, but I'm not sure if I want because I like to have this bonus so I can keep building more traps. So I think I will pass. I'm not going to remove any of my heroes. And then I am going to increase 1 more step here, and I think I will get 1 cube to the Wizard's Workshop because, again, I still want to add 1 more wizard so I can complete this this column and get another of these bonuses. And that's all. So that was my selling action. Now I have to do this action, this export. This one increased because it's only 2 prestige, but this one is 7 prestige. So I move this cube here and I get even 1 more coin. And now I will place this creature here, but first I have to select this boss. And now I add the creature. Okay, and now I get to activate the power. So right now I get 2 times the bonus on the step I'm on the fame track. So I can do this twice, and I think I will get 1 more cube to the Warriors Workshop, and then maybe I think even another one, because I'm planning to be doing some more warriors, and after that I do this bonus here, which is even another cube here. So I'm ready to do at least 3 more warriors, which is nice. And that's all. That was my export action. And let's see, the automa, it increases this value by 1, it increases this value by 1, and it reads from top to bottom. He adds this to the warriors chamber. So wait, now, and here's the camera, more or less. Okay, so the round is done. We only have left to attract creatures. Again, I'm first because I'm first player. So this one is already 3 points for me because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these creatures. So I discard this hero and 1, 2, 3. I get 1, 2, 3 likes, and now it might be a good time to get a second hero, because the automa, let's see what it's going to do. This one is 1 point for the automa. This one it's 1, 2, 3. It's also 1 point for the automa, and this one it's also 1 point for the automa. So following this rule, it's going to take this card here, and this card here for me it's 2 points. This card here for me it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's also 6 points. So I think it's worth to go for this one, even if maybe a new card will appear that will be better for the automa. I think I want to go for this one. So to do this, I have to pay 5 coins. So that's why the money is really useful, because now I can start scoring 2 heroes each time. So I do this hero here, and I get 3 more likes. And now it's the automa, which again, it's the same. No, that's great for me. Because the automa is only going to take 1. We've already said it's only 1 like for any of them, so it will take the lower one and get again, it's the blue, the automa gets 1 like, and now it will craft a trap, and again this is the best trap it has, so it's 1, 2, 3 more likes. So I think I'm getting closer every round, so I think I can really beat the automa at the end of the game. And that's the end of the round, so let's throw 2 more cards. I can see the automa is going to take a skeleton and a demon, and this demon right here has a really interesting combo I think I want to take. So I have to do it now before the automa takes it. So I'm going to take this demon here. It costs me only 2 coins, because remember, now they are 1 step cheaper. So I pay 2 coins, I get this demon, I get 1 cube to this to the Wizard's Workshop, plus 1 cube to the Equipment Workshop. And as you can see, this card has the ability to breed an extra creature. So this means right now I can breed a new creature, and I think I will take this zombie, because not just because it's free, but because it has this ability which let me remove 1 cube and add 3 somewhere else. So this can be really interesting. I will take this one, and when there's no card here, you get this bonus, which is adding a cube to one of the workshops, one of the 3 workshops. So I will get a cube here and move all the other cards 1 step back. So this one now vampires are free and demons are 1 step cheaper. Now it's time for the automa, which will take 1 skeleton and 1 demon. And before I remove this card, because I'm not lucky getting this bonus, and it's one I want to explain. If you get this bonus, you get to add 1 cube to the tower, which is this 6 building here. And what this bonus, this is basically a wild cube. So when I'm training, I can get cubes from here and use them as if they were in any other of the workshops. So it's a really interesting bonus when you're not sure what you're going to do. Having them here, it will always allow you to do what you need. So it's a powerful building, but as you see, it doesn't always appear, because there are many different bonuses you can get on a game, and not all the creatures are here. When I did the setup, most of the creatures were removed, so each game it's always different on the kind of bonus you will get. But that was the breed action, so we have to train, and again I have to update these values. It's 4 plus 1, this is 2 plus 1, so it's also correct. This one it's 2 plus 1, it's also correct, and these are both available because I have 6 and 3 cubes here. So now let's see what can we do with these creatures. And I don't have many cubes here, so this means I cannot train them too much. Because I won't have enough to, for example, I don't have enough cubes to add to creatures to this to the Warrior's Workshop, to the Warrior's Chamber. But I think there's something really interesting I can do, because as you can see, this creature has 2 prestige already, which means it can go here even if I don't have if I don't give it any training. And I think I'm gonna go for it, because it will create a very powerful combo with this with the Fame Track and this bonus here. So I'm really happy to do this. So for the other creature, I will train it as a warrior because I want to activate this chamber. I will get 3 cubes from here. That's 7 plus 1. It's already 8, so I just need 2 more. And again, it doesn't matter. So I will get this cube here, and I'm ready for the export phase. So here's how I'm going to export it. I will do this creature here, and I'm going to place it here because, as I said, even if it's not trained, it has 2 prestige, so it can go here. And remember, the first time I add a creature to one of these chambers, I get one hero to my hand. So now we have these 2 heroes, the 3 heroes here in my hand. And now I get to activate the bonus. And the bonus is to move 1 step backwards in the Fame Track, but then I get to activate the position I am twice. So right now, if I move this here, I can draw a hero and then remove a hero 2 times, and and of course getting the bonus when removing them. So this can be a really interesting turn. I will first do it on the first time. So I will draw this hero. This one, so I know this one is already 3 likes. These 2 are right now are just 1 like, and it's a bit hard to make it higher as I'm seeing, because I don't have cubes here. And this one, it's just the total of improvement here. So right now I have 7 plus 4 it's 11, plus 4 it's 15. So this one it's already 2 likes, which means I really want to remove either this or this one. And I think because this one already has a trap, I can remove this bonus, and this hero, I mean, getting this bonus, the trap bonus. So right now I don't have enough coins, I think, to start doing this one. So I will pay 3 coins and gain 2 likes, 1 and 2. And now remember, I'm doing this one twice, this position twice. So now I get to get even another hero, and I have to discard another one. And I think it will be this one, because again, this one, it's I only have 4. It will be very difficult to go over 4. So I can get this bonus, which is removing a cube somewhere and adding 3 cubes somewhere else. I think I will only need 2 for the wizard, so I will remove 1 cube here and add 1, 2, and 3 to the equipment workshop. And that's the end of this action of this hero. But remember, I still have this one to export. So first I have to update the dungeon. Now nothing improved because this one is 7 prestige and this value is already at 7, and it's only 2 prestige and this value is at 4. So nothing improves. But I get to place the creature here. And again, because I have this boss and because I'm at this position, I can do this action twice, once more. So I will first remove this hero. So I get this hero here. Let's see what it is. It's 10 plus 15. So right now I have 7 of these. I think I can get 9, but it will be complicated. I think this one is already 2 likes for me. This one is only 1, so I will remove this hero. And the bonus you see here, it's activating any of the creature bonuses I have here. And I think I will activate this bonus again, which is removing 1 cube I was from the warriors one, and I will add 3 again here. So now I start having cubes for my next round. And remember, this was the first of these 2 actions, so I get to draw even another hero. And I get, this is warriors, which I'm not gonna do. I finally get to get this bonus, so I will discard this hero, which is adding 1 cube to the tower, which can be really useful. And I will discard these 2 heroes here. Okay, this was the boss action, but now I get to do this action of getting 1 cube here. And finally this action of removing 1 cube and adding 3 more. So I think I will remove 1 cube here and add 2 more to this workshop. So I have at least 4 here. So that can be also helpful. And that was the end of my export action, which was really, really interesting, because right now I have this one, it's already 3 points, 3 likes for me. This one, it's almost 3 likes, it's 2, but it can hopefully increase. And this one, it's also 2. So I have a good collection of heroes in my hand. And now for the automa, it will increase this track. It will increase this other track. And now, as you can see, it reads from top to bottom. So it wants to go to the wizard's chamber, but there's only room for 1 for this skeleton. So when there's no room for a chamber, you keep looking through the list, and this one cannot go here, so it goes to the 15+ chamber, which is this one here. And that's the end of the round. We only have the scoring left, attracting heroes, and let's see. This one will be 2 likes for me. This one will be, again, I think it's 3 likes, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 of them, so it's 3 likes, and this will be only 1 like. So there's no doubt I want to get this one for 1, 2, and 3 likes. And I have 5 coins, so if I wanted, I could attract an extra hero. But I think I'm gonna wait, because if I remove all my coins, I won't be able to get this hero here, which I think it's what I want to do. So I'm gonna pass for this turn. And now the automa is gonna, as you can see, this time it has 2 hero symbols, so it's gonna attract 2 heroes. And let's see, this is 1 like for the automa, because it's at 3 here. This one, it's goblins and skeletons that are not in the first chamber, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 5, so this is 3 likes for this one, so it's gonna take this one for sure. And this one, it's warriors, which has 4, 5, 6, 7. It's also 3 likes. So when there's a tie, remember, we use this card, so it takes this card first and gets 3 likes. So it's 1, 2, 3, and I will have here a +20 token, but I don't have it. So let's duplicate this cube and leave it here, so to remember it has 22. And then a new creature appears, and again it has to attract a second creature. This new hero here, it's 7 + 4, it's 11, + 3, it's 14. So it's only 2 likes from the hero, so it's gonna take this hero here, which were 3 likes. 1, 2, 3. And that's the end of the turn. And let's see what it does on the next turn. It will take 2 vampires, so let's see. I think I want this one. So I was saving money to get this demon, because this will let me get a breed action. So I think I'm gonna go for this. I will spend just 1 coin, because now demons are really cheap. And I will get 1 cube on the Warriors Workshop, 1 cube here. And as you can see, I'm getting out of cubes, so I cannot add more. And now I get this breed action, which I think I will take this vampire, because it has the track, which can help me get some more likes. So I will get this one, and remember, I get this bonus here. It's 1 cube wherever I want from these 3 workshops. So let's see, I think I can place it here, for example. yeah, let's go here. And this means this one gets cheaper, and that was the last demon, so it gets dealt here. And now the automatic wants 2 vampires, but there are no vampires, so the arrow goes to the right. So instead of a vampire, first it wants a demon, and there's 1 demon. But then when it tries to get the second demon, there's no more demons, so now it keeps going right. There's nothing else to the right, so it goes left. There are no zombies, there are no goblins, but there are skeletons, so the automatics want a skeleton. And now we go to training, and now this card is really interesting because it has a +2 both on equipment and loot. This means this instead of a 4 it's a 10, and this one instead of a 4 it's also a 10. This one it's just a 2, but I'm not worried about this. And I can do warriors, but unfortunately I cannot do wizards, so I won't be able to complete this this column this time. But I think I might be able to add both creatures here, so I maybe can complete this one too. So let's see. How can we train it? I think both will be warriors, so let's try and do it. So 1 warrior here and 1 warrior here. This is yeah, I can do it, but because this is a 10, so I can get 4 cubes here and give it to this creature. And this one is also a 10, so I can get 4 cubes here and give it to this creature. So that's all I need to place them to this on this position, which is nice. So I'm done training. Let's go to export. I have to think if I prefer to do one of the other before. I think I want to do this one first because of the trap, because this way I'll be able to do the trap twice. Yeah, I think I want to do this. So let's go with this one first. So this means I get to update this dungeon, this track first, because it has 10 prestige and it's at 4. So I move this one up, I get 1 coin, and then I'm able to place this creature here. And again, I get to do this bonus twice, which is really powerful. So I will draw 1 hero. This is nice. I think I want to keep this one. So I think I will do this. I will discard this hero to do this power here, and I will spend 1 coin to craft this trap, which is just 1 like. So again, I was at 20. Right now I'm at 21. Now I will draw this hero here. And this one, it's fame level. I'm only at fame 4, so I don't think I'm going to increase this one much. So I will use this bonus, which is, remember, removing 1 cube from somewhere. And I think I'm not going to need too many. I think I will remove this one here and add them here with 2 more. And that was the boss action. Then I get 1 of my cubes back here. I get to do this action again, and I think I will remove 1 from here and 2 more here. And then I get to craft a trap, and again I'm going to spend just 1 coin to get this trap done. So that's 1 more like. And now I still have the other creature, so again this is 10 prestige, which means this one can increase, and I can place this cube here as a bonus. And now this creature comes here. Again, I can do this bonus twice, so it's a really powerful combination. This position of the track with this boss. So I will get this one. Let's see, that's +15. I'm not working on this, so I will discard this hero, and this one lets me do add 2 cubes to the Wizard's Workshop. Let's draw another one. And I'm also not focusing on this, so I will discard this one, and this one lets me remove 1 cube. I will take 1 from here. And I think I will add it here. Let's see, yeah. Okay, that's done. Now we have 1 more cube on the Warrior's Workshop. Yeah, I think I possibly want to do this. Then I get to remove 1 cube from somewhere and add 3, but remember I only have 1 more cube, so I can remove 1 cube from somewhere and add 2 somewhere else. I don't think I'm not gonna do it. I'm happy about how the cubes are placed. So I'm gonna skip this bonus because you never have to do this bonus. You can skip any part of them you don't want to do. So this one, it's a trap. I will spend my 3 coins to craft this trap. So that's 2 more likes. I'm getting really close to him, to the automa. And finally, this bonus here is I get to activate one of these bonuses here. And it's either activating one of the bonus of one of the critters here or breeding a critter. And I think I will go with the critter breeding. So I will get this critter, this skeleton, and I will get this for this bonus here. That's all. I've done all the column, but remember, once you fill a column, a chamber, you get the bonus of the card here. And right now, this one it's similar to what I had before, but it's not exactly the same. I get to increase 2 of these tracks, but I can choose them. So I could increase the same track twice if I wanted. And I think. Yeah, I think I will increase this one by 1, which will give me a coin. If I increase it 1 more, I will get one of these 3 bonuses. I could choose one of these one to apply, but it's not the best moment to do any of them, so I'm not going to do this. What I will do instead, I think I will move also this one to get a second coin, so I have some coins for the end of the game. And that's all. That was all my export action this turn. And let's see the automa. I have to increase this one and this one, and now it wants to place them on the warrior's chamber. So the first one goes there, but there's no more room. So let's check. The second option is the 1+ chamber. So this skeleton goes here. And now we go to scoring. So let's see. For me, this one it's 3 likes because I have this is at 9 and it only requires 8 to get 3 likes. This one I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a lot. That's also 3 likes for me. And this one I have 9 plus 5. It's 14 plus 5. It's 19. So it's also 3 likes for me. So I really want to see what can the automa get from these ones. This one's only 1 like from it for the automa, so I don't want to take this one. This one it's 1, 2, 3. It's also 1 like for the automa, and this one it's 3 and 8. It's 11 and 5. It's 16. That's 2 likes. So I want to take this one because it's what will hurt the automa the most. So yeah, I think I will go with this one. So I get 1, 2, 3 likes, and let's see what I get. That's great because this is fame and it needs 4 fame to at least score it once. So this is nothing for the automa, and this is 1 like for each of these. So it will choose the top one, and that's just 1 like. And now I'm on the leads, so it's really great that we're almost done because I think I can win this game. So let's go for I think it will be the last round. Let's place these cards here, add 2 more, mix them. So I have no choice here. Obviously I will take this one, which will give me a cube here, but I don't have more cubes, so I don't get the bonus. And yeah, as I was imagining, this is the last critter, so the automa will take this critter, and it doesn't matter that it wants 2 critters. There are no more critters, so that's the only critter it will get, and this will be the last round of the game. So let's go for training. So this one is at 7 plus 2 from the automa. It's at 10. This one it's at 2. Okay. This one it's 4 plus 2 from the automa. It's also 10. This one is on, and this one it's also on because I have 3 cubes. So let's see. I think. So the thing is, this is the last round, so I want to try to make the most of it. And there's this boss here who hasn't been taken yet, and this boss allows me to score a hero by just paying 2 coins. Usually, if you want to score extra heroes, it's 5 coins, but this one's only 2 coins, and I happen to have 2 coins, so I think I want this boss, and this means I need to add a creature here to the plus 15 chamber. And this means that creature also needs to be trained both as a warrior and as a wizard. And at the same time, I think I want to add my last creature here, my other creature here, because that will fill this chamber and I will get this bonus again. And I think I have enough cubes to do this, so let's try it. So it doesn't. I think I don't care which one goes to which side. So I think I will. Let's say this one is the creature I want to add here. So I need 2 cubes. Sorry, I need to train it as a warrior and as a wizard. And let's say this one I want to place here. And remember, I just want 1 cube here. I just have 1 cube here, I mean. But remember, we have this cube here on the tower, which acts as a wall. So this means I can take 1 cube here from the tower and place it here to be my second cube. So this one can be a wizard. And now let's see. I need this one is at 10, so this means I can take 4 to add them here. That's already 10, but I need 15. And yeah, I will have no problem to do this because I can take 4 more to give it to this creature. So this one is already covered. It has 10 prestige and it's a wizard, so it can go here. And this one it's also at 10, so this means I can take 4 cubes from this workshop and place them here. So this also means this creature can go here because it's 20. It's trained with 20 prestige, which is more than enough. So that was my training. Let's go with exporting, and I have to think if I care about the order, but I don't think. Oh, maybe I do. But I don't think because if I export this creature, this will move here and it will let me craft a trap. But if I craft a trap, then I cannot activate the boss I want to activate. So maybe if I do this one first, I will. Yeah. I think I want to do this one first. So first, let's activate this. Oh, this is interesting. I haven't noticed it. Now, when I activate this, when I place this creature on the dungeon, because this will move here, I will get to activate one of these bonuses, and one of the bonuses can be this one. So I think I can go for this one, and then I will decide what to do with the other one. So okay, let's export it. This cube moves here, and this means I can activate this bonus here, which lets me pay 2 coins to score one hero. And I think I will score this hero because it's 3 points for me, 3 likes. So I will go 1, 2, 3. And that's great because all these bonuses, but this one are bad for the automa. So that's a good situation for me. Okay, so this is moved here, and this comes here. And now I get the bonuses. So I get 1, 2, and 3 coins. I get 1 cube here, but now it doesn't matter because I'm not going to do... this is the end of the game, so I'm going to skip this one. I get to do this, one of my hero abilities, and I think I will use this ability to activate this hero here, this creature here. So that means I get 1 and 2 more coins. Then I get to move cubes, but again, it doesn't matter because it's the last turn of the game. I get to add 1 cube, but it doesn't matter. But I get to do this action here. And I think I will improve this one. So I get to do a trap. And I'm gonna spend 3 coins to do this trap, so that's 2 more likes for me. And then I get this one also improved, but it's already maxed out, so I'm not going to improve it. So now I have to add the creature here, but I first need to add a boss, and I have 2 coins, so this boss is good again. So I will place the boss first and the creature second. I get to activate the boss. I will pay these 2 coins. And I will score this one, which is 3 likes for me because I have creatures in all 5 chambers. So I will score 1, 2, and 3 likes. And that will be the end of my training. I have to get this boss here, but I don't think it will matter anymore. So, for the last turn of the game, the last export action of the automa, it improves each of the tracks like this, and then it wants to add this creature to the +15. So this way goes here, and now we go to the last scoring of the game. Let's see, this one, it's 3 points for me because I have 5, 6, 7 wizards, and it's also 3 coins for the automa. So I think I'm gonna go for this one. And you can see I had 3 points here, and I had other options, but I prefer to remove this one because if I don't take it, the automa will. So maybe I'm lucky and a bad hero will appear for the automa. No, that's also 3 points for the automa. So okay, I'm done because I cannot pay for any more heroes, but the automa can do 2 heroes. So the first one it will do it's this one because it's 3 points, 3 likes. So it moves here, and finally this one. These ones are nothing for the automa, but this one it has 1, 2, 3, and that's all. So it's 1 like more for the automa. And now, before we end the game, well, this will be bad for it. Well, at the end of the game, we scored the last 3 heroes that are here when the game ends. So this means we will all get all the points from them. This means I get 3 points from this hero because I have all this column is full, plus 1 point from this hero because I am at level 4, plus 1 from this hero, so that's 5. So I get to 20 again, and 3, so I got 43. And the automa doesn't get anything because this column is empty for it, and these 2 are also nothing for it because it's at level 3 and it needs at least level 4 to score anything. So this is the final score. It's 43 to 30. I won. So I hope this gave you an idea about how the game plays. There's, as I said, there are 4 difficulties when playing solo. So this was hard, but there's also a very hard difficulty, which it's really hard to beat if you are experienced with the game. And also I have normal and easy difficulties for newer players. And as you can see, in a 2 or more players games, it's pretty much the same. With the only difference that we will both be adding cubes to this workshop. So there will be instead of adding values, increasing more these cubes from here, it will come from the common cooperation from players, which is it works really well because you have players trying to get into workshops that already have several cubes, so they can get more from their cubes. I think it works well as a system. And also the only difference when having more players is that you have less cards per player here. So you have more cards, but less per player, which means the game it's shorter. Now, when I'm not explaining the game, a solo game, it usually takes me less than an hour to play. And in 4 or 5 player games, I think it goes up to 2 or 2.5 hours in a 5-player game. So it's not... the more players there are, the less time per player the game takes. And well, I think that's all. I hope you enjoy it.